Hey everybody, this is Gerald with Cigar Industry. Now the Ramon Bueso Olancho 2005 Reserva, I think I said that right. Is this cigar as good as those that are twice its price? Let's go find out. Ramon Bueso Olancho is just one of those cigars that I know I've had it, confident I liked it, but for the life of me I cannot remember what it tastes like. Now I do remember the Genesis, and I absolutely love that cigar, especially for the price. And like I said, I'm pretty confident I like this one, but I'm gonna need to smoke it again to see exactly what it is about this cigar that I did like. So the first thing that you notice about this cigar is right off the bat that 75% of it is covered by this large band. It's a pretty decent looking band. I find it interesting. It's mainly black and white, which are colors, hues that I really like, and it's got a very elegant look to it, but it does cover the majority of this stick. The part of the stick, or the part of the cigar that is exposed from the band, has a few rust spots. The cap looks rough on my cigar. It's got a large vein stem running through it. Be interested to see what it looks like when we take the band off here in a second. But overall, if you include the band, I think it's a good looking cigar. The cigar itself, maybe not so much, but like I said, we'll dig into it more once I take this band off. Now the pre-lit draw, it's not loose, it's not tight. It probably leans a little towards the tight end of the spectrum, but it's not bad at all. The flavors though, I'm getting more just like an airy tobacco taste. I'm not getting a whole lot of flavors from the pre-lit draw. Now the aromas, almost like a hay smell. It's also pretty light as well. I'm not picking up a whole lot of scent from it. I'm not picking a lot of flavors from the pre-lit draw. So we'll light it up and see what this cigar has to offer. Okay, I've removed the band, and the cigar is pretty consistent with the 25% that I could see on this stick. And it's lumpy, it's rough, it's got stems going through it. It's actually pretty tightly compacted throughout. Hoping it's not a tight smoke, but we'll find out here shortly. But it's still not a bad looking cigar. I mean, it's a little rough, but it's an inexpensive stick, and the coloring's great. It's got a little slight oily sheen to it, and really no issues. Okay, right off the bat, just get a very strong tobacco punch that kind of scrapes through the, I'd say the first half of the tongue. The flavors just kind of sit in the midsection of the tongue, and they also kind of sit on the very tip of the tongue as well. But pretty common flavor with a lot of cigars once you take the first initial puffs. Okay, a couple puffs later, and those flavors, those tobacco flavors, quickly dissipate, and what you're left with is more of a woodsy note. It's actually a pretty good flavor. It's not harsh, it's not bitter or anything like that. It's just kind of a strong wood that kind of quickly just overtakes those tobacco notes. Okay, we're an inch into it, and the predominant flavors that I pick up in this cigar are a light cedar, followed by a very good sweet flavor that I cannot put my finger on, along with some earthy notes. Overall, this is a very good tasting cigar. I'm very impressed with it, and the quality of the construction as well has been great. The ash looks great. Burns a little bit crooked, but nothing to complain about. Now I do have some issues on my wrapper here, as you can see, but I believe that's predominantly from when I took the band off, the glue probably taking the wrapper off. And with a large band like that, I kind of expected it. Okay, I'm in the second third now, and the dominant flavor that I'm picking up is the earth. I no longer taste the woodsy notes, that light cedar that I picked up earlier on. It's mainly just earth and spice. And with the retrohale, that spice really intensifies. It scrapes through the sinuses, it has a punch to it, but it's also followed by that sweet note that I was picking up before. So if I was a betting man, I'd say that the sweetness was mainly a sweet spice, and it's a good flavor. This second third in this stick is just as good as the first third, and for the price of the cigar, I think it's definitely, at this point, well worth the investment. Okay, this cigar is just all spice now, so I'd say the first third was mainly the taste of wood. Second third was more the earthy notes, and then the final third, or close to the final third, I say, is just mainly spice. And it's a good flavor. It's still, like I said, everything's been consistent with the cigar. I've enjoyed all three phases. I've seen reviews where this cigar is more of a medium to a full body stick. I'd say for me, it seems like it's more of a medium, at least the flavors I'm picking up. As far as strength, I don't find it to be all that strong a cigar. It's not making me oozy or anything like that. But it's been a great cigar. I mean, construction-wise, it's been pretty good, except for, if you can see here, where that wrapper was having issues before, it's just kind of escalating. It's starting to fall apart a lot more. And like I said, I think that was mainly due to when the I took the band off. I think the glue took apart part of the wrapper, and I think that's why I'm having issues with it. But I haven't had to relight the cigar at all. Haven't had to do any touch-up on the burn. Burn's still a little bit crooked, but it's pretty good overall. And I've really enjoyed the cigar. So up to this point, even if I threw the cigar out now, I'd say it's definitely worth the buy. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review. The cigar is starting to unravel in my mouth, and I'm just not enjoying it anymore. But right at the end, the flavor transitioned from the spice into the earthy notes that I tasted in the second third. And like I said, this has been a good cigar consistently throughout all three phases of the stick. The first, second, and third thirds I enjoy quite a bit on this cigar. And for a cigar that's priced around $5 to $6, I believe, for a Robusto, it's definitely worth the buy, and it's definitely one I would recommend. So if you've had it before, or if you haven't, go ahead and try it out. If you've had it before, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about it. And until next time.